Okay, so it's September 9th. The clock said 9:09. They said to do a video. I was like, about what? The only thing right now is like what they telling me what's going to happen with the case. And yeah, a very, I did well by taking the videos to protect myself. Right now I got the dragonfly, which is also the symbol for a master of light. And they've already told me that quite a few times, that I'm a master of light. And that can mean many things to a lot of you. But what they said was, my sister, I went to my page, my YouTube channel, because I try to answer as far as right now before, I guess the channel really takes off, because the intent was not for this to take off. But my sister wanted to leave another message, discrediting who I am. And, gosh, so much to say about that, and how do you sum that up. But I try to answer the comments and stuff as of right now, even as nasty as they are, because it's reform. And it's helping people see another perspective, regardless if they want to reject it. But Spirit also said, don't give her the platform for this nonsense. But I can tell you guys what she's saying. And it's, typical narcissistic ways, where they say the person they're accusing did this, did that, has, in her situation, I've received help from so much of my family. Let me tell you what. If my family go really down the line and look at what they've done labor-wise or even monetarily, her statements are bullshit, and she's no comparison for how I've shown up with my physical energy, my warmth, my dedication to my family and just people. And she doesn't understand. So she met me in the beginning of my path, as far as opening myself up to talk with spirits through cards, and before I got all the way to this level of channeling. And there's so many people I have helped, that I have guided, and she doesn't know this, and she's talking straight ignorance. But the thing is, it's gonna make her look foolish and silly, because all these people here on this island that I have been around them and their families, they know who Val is. They know how they experienced me. They know the truth of my help, even with money. If I had $5, man, whoever's with me, we both eating. If I got EBT, we all eating. Whoever's hungry, it don't matter if you out of EBT or you mismanaged it. The point is, you speak your guidance. Don't let people take advantage of you. But the first thing is that we're all healthy, and she don't understand that what that really looks like for her. Because I haven't given up my family. My whole path of even being here was with my whole family and the world in mind, and making a better way for them. And there's some people that go off to military, and they are facing the chance of killing somebody to survive or just to take over, and they're fighting for our country and whatnot violently, and I'm here in spirituality fighting and going through it. I went to war in spirituality and bringing support and harmony and love, and I deserve as much love and support and credit versus people trying to tell me get my shit together. I'm helping people get their shit together, and I have my shit together. It's just not the path that they walk, where it's like quick money, and hustle. I'm hustling. I work my consciousness all fucking day and night, for this to quantum leap, for not myself, for many people. And, just like Maria, I don't want her embarrassing herself when it all comes out, but she had the nerve to speak for the family, everybody's helped me so much. Man, if we go tit for tat, and then we also go how there has been blockages from my family, whether that they love and light to me, or not support, man, their stories don't look good on top of what I've actually done. Because not only for them, like I said, for my community, though what I'm striving for the world. And it's like she Xing herself out, and she trying to X my family out. That's crazy when someone think they just go speak for your family. First of all, anyone in my family should be able to speak for themselves. But, you know, they letting her speak for it, and they ain't showing up. So, I mean, at the same time, the Spirit told me this would happen, that they're not my family. And I didn't want to believe that, you know, and telling me my real tribe and family is here on the island. And it seems like there's a lot of jealousy from my blood family for me being here, and like, oh, you chose to be here. Damn right, I went to spiritual school. I went to one hell of a university. Luckily, it was on the island of Hawaii, right? Luckily, I chose good for myself where I went to school, right? Where I changed my life around. And when I got billions and trillions, because it will happen, well, what am I going to say to them? Get your shit together and meet me where I'm at? I mean, because that's what they deserve to hear with all this bull that they talking, you know? And so, yep, and there you go. You know, dragonflies and anybody, I got a couple close, or they were, you know, you take people through the transition, they can turn out like my sister, right? They choose their path, dark or light. And the light doesn't keep coming for somebody when they're down. And that's how my sister is. And I told her I would be quiet, just like Maria. I told her I would be quiet. Just don't do this then. But it has to come out. And so here we go. I'm a little bit all over the place because these dragonflies are flying around me. And we have a special connection, me and the dragonflies. And just Mother Nature, you know, the animal kingdom and all that it holds. So I get a little distracted because they do a bunch of like confirmations with what I'm saying. So where was I? Because like I said, so much to like be said. But it's like she trying to X out the family, and that's not support for them. It's just like her tainting her kid's image off of he said, she said, you know what I mean? But them kids, they know how their mama was, and they know how I was. You know, she ain't talking about how when no, I'm not gonna go into all that shit, man. I'm not gonna go for the tit for fucking tat, because I don't need to. I know that she coming for me last night again. Like, focused on me. Like, we ain't spoken years. The last time we talked was a year ago, when everything was going well for me, and I said, hey, I'm gonna throw a gathering. That's what I call them, a gathering, but it's like, you know, entertainment and healers. And I want my sisters here. This is an emergency for me, for our healing. And they took it as, oh, I lost my mind and I'm crazy. But when Maria and I were doing well with it, she was like, they can come stay at the Airbnb, but they didn't come. So Maria invited the community, even though she was reluctant. It was more so, I feel like she wanted to look good, but she gave me a lot of stress behind helping the community stay there. And I'm like, was this your gift to them or not? Like the healers that were there, and the artists and magicians that didn't have a place to stay that night, she had extended her house since my sisters didn't show up, and put that stress on me. So it looks like she's helping, but she's mad that she's helping, right? And so anyways, they didn't take me up on that opportunity to come support their sister, and they don't. And I've had very few shows, and like I said, ain't talked to my sister in a long time. And the one time I do, I extend this offer. You know, it's expensive to stay out here and in a nice area. And my older sister didn't respond to me, which is all like, that is all a bunch of BS. Like, I don't even talk to my older sister anymore, simply because, you know, I apologize for everything, but she's not in a quality relationship, from her own words to me, many, many times. And that person rubbed everybody in my family wrong. I was the last one. And when I finally was the last one, it was a conversation where I let her know, hey, I'm talking to them because her girlfriend always try to interrupt, and she's younger than me on top of it. Like, I'm talking to my older siblings and giving them credit about what they mustered through in our evolution from childhood. And she wanted to take that away, and my siblings couldn't see that she was trying to do that. Like, she had no place to even say nothing. And it turned into, oh, her feelings are hurt, because I just simply said to her, you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm talking to them. That hurt the chick's feelings to where my sister has not dealt with me in years, but minimally, and without even saying. So they're not even grown enough to say, hey, this is what it is. They just ignore the calls. I have to guess. They even know that the cop eyes would be taking over my phone and all my devices. And I said, I need to hear your guys' voice to know what's what. Like, did you get the message and you're ignoring me? So I don't invest my time and energy. They wouldn't even give me that, you know? But both of them stalking my page. Why? Why? Go on with your life. How many times my sister wanted to disown me? Like, man, my whole life my sister been trying to disown me. And she was trying to fight me up and through our 30s. Till I finally told her, hey, enough is enough. You can't do this to me. You can't take advantage of me because you know I won't harm you in front of these kids. But she's a tough bear, right? Shit. And it's like, you don't get to do that no more. She took me serious and stopped trying to fight me physically. But yet, she's out here trying to, like, and the whole family know her temperament versus mine. I'm the one that held the glue together until I gave up. I'm the one that was cool with everybody until I had my boundaries. And then I become the one that everybody release their whatever's with. They BS. We'll just leave it there. And for that, like an outcast, you know? But in the end of it all, they all know. They all know. And so maybe, you know, I share this because, I mean, that's what it's about. It's leading by example. But the details to who we are important, because the details speak for our character in every bit. You don't ignore the details of someone's character. And you find with narcissists, they will shut it up real quick. And in the court system, you have to go through all of those details. You got to go through all the details. And so my true character will be known for those that don't know, don't understand. I am positive there'll be a movie about my life. All these things that I didn't intend that will definitely even bring me profit, yo. And I just was out here trying to do the right thing. And that's the moral of the story. In life, in this universe, you keep a pure heart and a pure conscience, and you have the will for others and honor for others, but you're willing to step up and call it like it is, even yourself. Like I showed what other people find to be ugly with Maria, but that was me at my end. That's me at my worst. And really, if you want to look at it as my worst, man, anybody's lucky to have me. So, and if you're not, well, go on and be happy with your life. Stop worrying about what I am doing, is the moral of the story. So maybe some of y'all got family members, they still like trying to pop up. It's not, you know, if it's legitimate and you gotta set someone straight, man, I ain't knocking it. It's like, if I'm a bitch, call me a bitch. Shit, if I'm being a bitch, you ain't gonna offend me. I'm like, damn, okay. Well, yeah, maybe I was, but that's not how I want to be with you, you know. I'm willing to receive somebody saying that if it's true. And, yeah, the truth is coming out. It's coming out big time, and everybody, I keep telling them, I've been trespassed by so many, and it's like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone, and your shit don't have to come to light. But people, it's like they want to save themselves or vindicate themselves through someone else's story with you, and that's really a projection, right? So her tracking me down and saying, excuse me,
tracking me down and saying, oh, the family's helped you in so many ways. Like, I ain't helped the family in so many ways and more. And her to try to sit with that, it's really her projection. She's received help and so much help. And she's needing, these type of personalities need and want space to grow, but they in their own way. Ain't nobody trying to obstruct their shit. But the more they try to obstruct mine, I tell them it's a big deal because they are trying to obstruct the divine. There's prices to pay for that. I don't send out that receipt. And for many of them, I'm like, don't want them to have the receipt. That's the crazy part. But they want, these men, especially these women, they can't wait to put you in a box and take away literally your freedom, take away your mind. Somebody that loves you will not try to play with your judgment. They will not try to convince you that you are something that you're not with their own projections. More so, they may inform you, this is how I view or see you or experience you. And I'm sharing this with you because I think it would be a good change, a good thing to look at, you know. I think it's obvious that anybody that has grown up with me or her, like I said, they know our demeanor, they know how we handle things. Things get lost in the he said, she said, and then when you break out the camera to really show the proof and show, hey, yeah, well, this is me at my weakness, but I don't walk around being like this. It's really not that bad. And yeah, I think I'll leave it there. So yeah, stay tough and understand, again, some of us have to take one for the team to get this flip and this switch here, this 180 away from all this BS darkness into the hands of the light. The abundance is being transferred to the hands of the light. And if you ain't there, it's not a simple journey, but it's a simple answer how to get there. And I can help you get there if you're willing to do the work. But if you're not willing to do the work, which a lot of people not, and they have the compass to understand, whoa, that's a lot of work. They trying to ride people like our coattails. They trying to take the rug out from under our feet, and then they trying to like, turn us into them, right? It ain't working this era. That's why I keep telling people. I've given so many people warning, like, if you run that way, you're gonna be sadly awakened. And you're going to get dragged. And you could drag me. But what matters is you might win those battles, right? But, I ain't want to be like war. But someone like me, we win the war. And we don't win the war by clashing and fighting with the physical energy. We build our spirit team. And we let them do the work. Whether that's God, Jesus to you, whoever, your higher powers that got your back in the invisible and the beyond. And a lot of people like to talk like they believe in that, but they don't utilize them, and they think that if they can convince the physical world of something about you, that they got it made. But that's when I say you buying or bonds, because someone wanted to talk some shit about me saying that. But I said bond because it's like you creating a friendship, not like you tied to. But you bonding yourself to the devil. You binding yourself to. But when you he and cackle at that energy, like you're a friend to the devil. You in that devil energy. And I can't release that for you. Nobody can. The only way through that is revelations and amending what you've done. And sometimes the only way through that, because the physical is irreparable, you can do that through truth. And then you can do that through taking care of another soul and other souls in which you betrayed. You don't have to go through the same person. You might not have that opportunity. But if you have the opportunity, your redemption is absolutely trying. It's how you reverse it, how you reverse the energy, how you get back on the path towards the light. You got to make up for it. People think, oh, like they get away with it. It's done because nobody saw them slithering through. But the divine saw. There's always somebody watching. And I ain't talking about the physical, but there is somebody in the physical watching when you need it too. And yeah, so make no mistake, this is still hard on me. You know, I got space with my friend, but you know, for my energy, 4 kids is a lot, and they're really great kids. But I'm intended to have a space of my own, most certainly, most definitely. But there's been a lot of people trying to block that from happening. And right now, my sister trying to be on my page, trying to block what's to come, and she don't understand it's unstoppable. She can't do it. And I have great rewards coming. I've even had somebody that was a friend to me tell me, yeah, man, we woke up in your house, and this was like a year plus ago, and she's like, I think meaning like the soul tribe of healers and stuff around the island that we all acquainted, and that did the workshop Dom Gaia with me, because it would be me to get people back together and celebrate. She said, we woke up in your house, and it was big, and then I had a vision of her in particular waking up like on a balcony, but like a friend, right? You know, just all the friends kind of passed out, but not like doing drugs and stuff. But like we had a great night, and they were in a big, like the land was endless as far as my view. And so I know we right on track. And she's a high priestess. She just didn't really get into all of that around me, or I don't know if at all. But she saw it. And, you know, people seen when I was on the island and I had some chick acting crazy with me, and she could have been my ride everywhere. I freaking walked and hitchhiked versus taking that ride. Everybody know how I show up with the money that I have. If I got $10, man, you got 5. You're the only one with me. We're going to make it work, you know. And there's plenty of people that can testify to that. And they haven't all stepped up, and who knows, maybe they didn't even see my page, but I know enough of them have, you know. And so just understand, this whole time I've been on here, I ain't been living in the riches, but I share what I got, and I do what I can to help us all elevate. And I have cultivated plans that are sensible plans. Just either people are too injured, you know, or just waiting for the handout to jump on the train, you know. And you know, they think they're not ready, but hey, they say, what? The teacher arrives when the student is ready, right? They just didn't realize this was the teacher. Like, they expected, I don't know, some robes and cloaks and bullshit, not someone down to earth, you know. But I know that the proof is in the pudding, because I did a lot of reads for a lot of them. And, you know, some of that stuff, it takes a year or so to come to fruition because of cycles, you know, what we block ourselves from, or free will of others. So I planted my seeds. I planted many. I planted them in Georgia. I planted them in Cali. And it sounds like my counterpart has planted them globally. And therefore I will now too. So, well, should she step forward? Until then, yeah, hanging tight, waiting on this case situation to work itself out, and I'm feeling very confident. So, peace and love, 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 love. The flip side, okay? The flip. Been telling people it's happening. Age of Aquarius, get it together, or they will drag your ass. Peace, love, and so many blessings on you guys. And I mean that so sincerely. And I ask that you guys hold that energy for me. Thank you.